Hello everyone again. This one's going to be a little more difficult for me to show you the features on it because it's a little bit bigger, kind of harder to move around. My camera just not, I've got it on a little bitty selfie stick that's got a little stand on the bottom. And see, that's what happens with it, because if I'm not careful, it'll just fall over. And I don't have I'm kind of limited to where I can do this because it's like 40 degrees out in my garage, and that's where I normally do all of my videoing of my stuff. But I don't know if you can see it here, but again, this is another one of my artifacts from my backyard that has multiple faces on it. And over here is where one of the faces happens to be. There we go again. And all I did, and I didn't even touch it. All I did was lean forward, and I breathed on it, and my camera fell over. I need to find something I can put on it. I'm gonna tape it down. There we go. Just give me a minute here. I'm gonna tape it down real quick because I gotta get this thing to stop falling. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, that's temporary. Okay, we have an eye. You can call that an eye up there, but I don't think, I think that's whatever hat is on top of his head. But let's go ahead and go. This is an eye. We got a nose. And there's the classic mouth right there with the lips. Classic mouth with the lips. Let's see if I can get a close-up of that. Lips. See that? That is lips. And you can see that that's a nose. And it looks, actually, this could be the chip of the eye right there. I mean, that looks like a recent chip. So I'm not exactly sure, because I'm thinking that this is the actual eye now that I get a closer look at it. And because I see the little beady eye right in the middle right there. That's the reason I'm saying that this is possibly the eye. Plus it sits below that crack, which happens to represent the top of his head. Well, I don't know if it's a he or she, and it's probably a he. And this looks like an ear right here, which, you know, the features on these things sometimes are very easily missed. And with that ear, and then we got the eye, then we got the nose, and then we got that classic mouth right there. And then there's the chin, a little rounded chin right there. All right, let's pan back out. And I'm not sure what type of an animal is on top of his head. It may not be even an animal at all. It could be something else, but there's something on top of the head. Now, let's see what else we can find on this wonderful looking artifact here. Okay, here we go. I've got another face on that side. Oh, I can't move my stand because I taped it down, which thank goodness I did, because I would have just knocked it over. I'm thinking that this is the eye right here, or maybe they consider that the eye. It's kind of hard to see it, but we do have the nose, and then we get down to the classic lips. Classic lips right there, where they've got the little split between the mouth. And the chin, facing to the left. And the other one I looked at earlier, facing to the left. Facing to the left. Because when you turn it over, I do get a face over here too, which I didn't show the first time, but I can see the eye up here. Then we got a nose, and it actually looks like maybe a little nostril or something there. And then I'm trying to see the classic lips. I mean, I see something right here that looks like that's the classic lips, but it's not as squeezed together as much. But that's a really nice looking 3D one right there. Kind of looks like George Washington in a way. This time it fell, but it didn't smack the lens. But yeah, look at that. I mean, it kind of looks like George Washington. I think that's the eye right there, because you have to kind of get a 3D effect going on it to actually see everything about that face. Yeah, I think that's the eye. That kind of looks like an eye, and that kind of looks like an eye. But you know, look at they chipped it out so you can see the nose. I mean, the features are pretty good on it. I mean, it's a pretty nice one. Okay, let's see, what do we have going on here? Well, I think I have maybe the face of a bird, or maybe no, some kind of other animal, because I've got this is the face right here. Eye, nose, and mouth. I don't know if it's a human. I guess because it has like human lips, so I guess that could be a human or humanoid, or maybe that's the mouth down there. If it's an animal, that would be most likely maybe the mouth down there. And then it's weird. It has a pecked out eye right there, and then it's got an eye right there. And then it's got an eye right there. So that's pretty confusing. Uh-oh, it's going to fall again. Okay, then I turn it just a little bit, and I get a eye right there, a little nose, at least that's what I see, and then a mouth right here. That's the mouth, the two lips, mouth, or whatever. Because you could say this is a mouth too. Actually, eye, nose, mouth. Eye, nose, or eye, nose, mouth. Eye, nose, mouth. Eye, nose, mouth. Yeah. But then again, when I hold it, it actually looks like this is the eye, then it goes down here, this is the nose, and that's the mouth. That's, you know, when you move it around a little bit, it actually shows a better representation than that. And then what's weird is it's got a pointy head in the back. Instead of being on top of his head, that pointy head is in the back, and it actually looks like some sort of an animal on the end here, maybe a dog or something, or a coyote. Got an I don't know about that. An eye, could be an eye, could be an eye. Nose and mouth. Well, let's go ahead and see what else we can dream up out of this thing. Eye, nose. Huh. Yeah, I guess so. Eye, nose, mouth. Eye, nose, mouth. I don't know. It's not very easy to see. Let me get over here. Got yourself an eye, nose, and a mouth. And I try to choose the mouths because they usually have a scratch in them, or a crack, and they're utilizing that as the mouth. But I got an eye, nose, and mouth. So if anybody else out there is learning anything from me, I hope. Eye, nose, mouth, if I didn't already point that out. Can't tell if this is a fish or something, and those are the fins. And it's got a big fin here in the back. Okay, here we go again. Now we got some more interesting stuff going on here. Got a kind of a pointy head, eye. Looks like maybe a nose, and that's the mouth. Or eye, nose, mouth. Yeah, see, this is just, it's hard to do these big artifacts on this desk. Let me see if I can raise it up and get you a better view, because I know every time I tilt it down like this, the thing wants to fall over. But it's my fault, and I don't want to sit outside and freeze my butt off. Okay, I'm starting to get some kind of an animal features over here. I don't know if that's a big old beak sticking out there. I'm not sure what it is. Then we got a eye, and that thing sticks up. It's not in, it's actually sticking up. Maybe an eye, then a nose, and some kind of a mouth over here. And that could be an eye, but I think that's the eye. More features over here. top of the head, pointy head, eye, nose, mouth, right there. Yeah, I think I'm done on this one here. I'm not seeing really a whole lot. You got your eye, nose, and mouth. Eye, nose, and mouth. I've already pointed that out. Okay, over here, another eye, nose, and a mouth. It's got a little bit of a lip right there. A lip. Ellipsy. Eye, nose, eye, nose, mouth. Little cutout right there. Yeah, I'm done with this one here. It's too much to try to get it in this little video here, because that is a really good 3D face over there. That is just so awesome looking. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe.